our limited late model feature event. Following the conclusion of this, the Junior Stars of NASCAR, 27 cars strong for the SK Light modified feature event, and then we move on to the New England Truck Series feature of 25 laps, the final feature event of this afternoon. Tomorrow, the paddock gates open up at 8:30. The ticket booths open up at 10. The Napa Auto Parts pit party is at 11, and that will go to 12, approximately 12:30. The trackside ceremonies for the retirement of legendary Ted Christopher's number. Then we move to the SK Modifieds, the late models, and the Whelen Modified Tour.
And here is Clement trying to get the jump on the start. But Cliff Saunders has another idea in car number 4. They dart out of turn number 2, and Clements is leading by a breadcrumb over Saunders.
While that's been happening, all of a sudden, here comes Alexander Fern down underneath Lavoie. Bid for the lead, side-by-side racing. It looks like Clements is going to be the meat in the Saunders sandwich. Out in front, Cliff Saunders takes over the lead. Lavoie and Alexander Fern, and here comes Brian Narducci. He's a man with a mission with car 28.
This is probably the final limited late model race for Brian Narducci, but there's a side-by-side extravaganza in front of him. It is Lavoie on the outside, and he is able to disco his way around the 12 of Alexander Fern, and he plants himself into the top 4.
Lavoie gets a little bit loose off the turn. He's had a problem all season long. That car starts out great, and then sometimes it just seems to go away. Lavoie's up to the top 4. Alexander Fern's in 5, and Narducci is really right there to challenge. Now Narducci goes to the outside of the Safeco King Award Bus Lines car.
But he cannot get the spot from Alexandra. A little deeper in the field, Dwayne Provost is holding off the 33 of Robert Bloxham. If Dwayne Provost can finish in the top 5, he will win the championship. So Provost still has some more work to do. Best battle is between Clement and Lavoie for 3rd and 4th.
Lavoie continues to apply the pressure there. Meanwhile, a little further back, Provost has now moved into the 7th spot. 7 just isn't good enough. Here's Lavoie now all over Clement, trying to take over that 3rd position. Clement's car suddenly gets sideways right in the center of the turn mat.
And he is able to recover, but he lost some momentum to Jeremy Lavoie. And Lavoie is on the verge of moving into 3rd. Albert Saunders, remember, he needs to win in the way, and he's going to have to corral his twin brother in order to make it happen.
Certainly does, and of course, they are in a dogfight battle up front, but now here comes Brian Narducci again down underneath Alexander Fern. Brian Narducci is up to the top 5 as Alexander Fern continues to dig in on the outside.
But Narducci has a little more bite, and as they sizzle off the corner, it is Narducci, as it looks like he is ready to move into the top 5. This is the old Dwayne Provost today. He is playing it cozy in the early stages of this race.
Yes, he is. He's really being very consistent and just out of harm's way. Meanwhile, Provost moves down underneath Alexander Fern, and that will put Provost up to the top 6. Position number 6. Car number 88.
Now he is in 6. It means that Albert Saunders needs to pick up a spot. He has reduced the deficit, separates him from his twin brother Cliff. So Saunders leading by the length of a diving board over Albert as they go into turn 1. And Albert, he desperately needs to take over the lead to have any chance at all.
And meanwhile, while that's been happening, Brian Narducci moves into the 4th spot, forcing Clements back to 5 and 6th position, still held down by Provost. All of a sudden, car number 22 off the pace, bottom of turn 2, but he's still running halfway down and halfway to go. 10 laps remaining, and you have to wonder what Thanksgiving and Christmas will be like if it ends this way for the Saunders family.
This is the 3rd time that the Saunders have been the 1-2 punch at the front of the field. So Cliff is leading Albert, and with Provost in 6, there's only one option for Albert Saunders. That is to try to move into the lead.
Continues to work over his brother. They're going for it. And now, caution flag is out, and we believe that is for the 22 car. If you look under the family Ford of Enfield sign in the backstretch, that car came to a stop, and then, amazing as it is, all of a sudden.
So if Albert Saunders can win and Provost stays into 6 by the second tiebreaker, unofficially, of course, Albert Saunders could win it. So Provost, to be sure of things, has to make one more pass.
Certainly does, and of course, it's not out of the question because there is 9 circuits left to be able to pull off that accomplishment.
But what would we do if they didn't have calculators on cell phones?
You're right, Matt. Here we go. 22 is the car that brought out the caution. They brought it down on pit road. Here comes the pace car. Get ready. There's the green. And Cliff Saunders by inches. But look at, we'll call him the spoiler, Brian Narducci, Matt. He wants to close his limited career with success.
He's trying to get underneath, to snowball his way, underneath Albert Saunders. Second and third could fit in a keyhole, and it is Narducci in second, trying to move into fifth as Provost blocks him as inside position.
Certainly does, as Narducci picks up a spot. Now all of a sudden, Alexandra Fern picks up some momentum. She moves into the 6th spot. That puts Provost back to 7th, Matt. 7th. Well, that changes the whole ball game.
And the championship is still very much in doubt as Provost is trapped behind the back bumper of the Alexandra Fern car. Up at the front is Cliff Saunders, Brian Narducci. You called him the spoiler. That is pretty accurate right now because he is taking 2 points away from Albert Saunders.
Off the turn and back down to the line. Narducci's car swings a little wide to the outside, gathers it back. Now here comes the number 04 machine for Albert Saunders. Saw a little daylight. No room at the end this time.
Wayne Provost in good shape. Only a few positions behind Albert Saunders. We have a side-by-side battle behind him between Bloxham and Clement. So they're throwing off a few sparks. Behind them is R.J. Surdell, but it is still Cliff Saunders. Has had a very consistent season, but he is trying to end it on the mountaintop.
Certainly is, and he's looking good there right now. Meanwhile, Albert Saunders still chasing down Brian Narducci with 4 circuits remaining, 2 miles left in the competition in this one. Albert Saunders can reel in Narducci, but down into turn number 3, Narducci takes it in about a half a car length deeper, and that's the advantage. But look at Saunders coming off that 4th turn.
And Dwayne Provost, right where he wants to be in 6. That would guarantee him a championship just as long as Albert Saunders stays in 3rd and does not win the race.
Oh, trouble now. Down into turn number 1. Ryan Fern's car.
That's surrounded by smoke.
And Ryan Fern's car is stuck on the bottom of the racetrack.
Yellow comes out with 3 to go.
Like a Cheech and Chong movie car, it all of a sudden smoke erupts.
Remember, Brian Narducci was a very emotional winner a week ago, and this could be his final limited late model race, as next year he wants to move up full-time into the SK Lights.
And he has already showed great talent and potential. Matt, you've witnessed it on a weekly basis at the Waterford Speedway.
And we saw it today in qualifying.
Yes,
he knows how to wheel it.
Okay, Lavoie, this is the thing that he worries about the most, because that race car, always in a late event caution situation, it does not hook up right away. Told me that last Friday night. Here we go. Narducci up on the wheel in a textbook start. They're side by side. Narducci by a fender. But there's Saunders digging back in. Narducci takes it in deep. Matt Saunders is back in command. And here comes backup. Albert Saunders is right there with him.
So Albert, he nosedives underneath Brian Narducci, moving into 3rd. Alexandra Fern, almost 3 wide. She backs off. Here is Albert Saunders. Second isn't good enough for him. He has to go for the win. And Dwayne Provost is getting underneath Lavoie.
Here's the white flag. They come off the turn. Back towards the front of the field. Narducci keeps digging in high on the outside. Meanwhile, further back, here comes Provost. He just moved around Lavoie. Back up front. It is Cliff Saunders. Trouble now. Narducci slips up the racetrack. He goes from challenging for second back to the fourth spot. Here comes Provost. But the checkered flag is out, and Cliff Saunders will take down the win. And Albert Saunders will finish in second over over Alexandra Fern and Brian Narducci. And now we direct our attention trackside with John Gates.
Okay, safety gear is out. He's out of the car, and your winner, Cliff Saunders, win number 3 this year. Good run in the number 4 car. Boy, I tell you, that car had a lot of power tonight.
Yeah, the car was really good. We actually copied my brother's setup and put it in my car this week, and it was a lot better. It was just like how his car runs, and I think he was a little bit better than me near the start, but after those cautions, I wasn't feeling too good about it, but the car ended up still being just as good after, and I really got to thank Barry for setting the car up and all of his work. I've never had 3 wins in a season, and this is my 3rd this year, so it was really cool. I really want to thank American Sleeve Bearing, B.A. Musio, Rob Davis, Fluckage Race Chassis, Trinity Health, Streb Family Chiropractic, my mom, Rad Auto Machine, everybody who helped me out.
You know, Cliff, it's good to see you back here in Victory Lane, and how about next year?
I don't really know about next year yet. I didn't want to think about it until this season was over. We were just kind of focusing on this year, so we'll see what happens for then.
All right, man, give it up for the number 4, Cliff Saunders, Victory Lane in your NASCAR Limited Late Model main event. And we're going to go over and talk to Kevin Boucher with our 2nd and 3rd place finishers. And Albert Saunders standing by.
Al, a good run for that runner-up, second place finish today. Tell us about that run and that battle coming up at the end.
Yeah, the car was awesome tonight. I think we definitely had a car capable of winning. I was really even with Cliff, and he won, so obviously my car was pretty good too. And Brian Narducci got involved there and made a really fun race out of it. Me and him are having a pretty good battle for second while the 4 was checking out. So awesome run. Really happy to finish second. Congratulations to Dwayne Provost on the champion. He definitely deserves it. And I want to thank American Sleeve Bearing, B.A. Musio, Rob Davis, Rad Auto Machine, Fluckage Race Chassis, Streb Family Chiropractors, my mom, the whole team, everybody who helps.
Feeling any pressure on that championship battle over those final laps?
Not really. I felt like I had nothing to lose. I just had to go for the win.
Congratulations, a great runner-up finish. And our 3rd place finisher, Alexandra Fern. Alexandra, a great run. Good battles towards the end.
Yeah, absolutely. That was definitely some great racing up front. I think I was a little too cautious going into turn 1 on the last lap because I saw they were racing really close, so just wanted to err on the side of caution, but I think I was too cautious, like I said. We could have had second, but, I'll take 3rd any day. That was a great race. Our car wasn't really the best it's ever been. It was actually, I was sawing on the wheel for 20 laps, but it is what it is. I can't thank everyone enough for such a great year. For my rookie season, this was absolutely phenomenal. Lots of ups and downs, but I can't thank my team enough. They're the reason why I'm here. They are the reason why this is so fun and why we're here every single week. My dad, my car owner Armadeo, my mom, my brother, Tom, Sue, Diane, John G. Powers, Dave, and of course my sponsors, Safe Wheel Foam, Rad Auto Machine, Williams Race Skiers, Sunoco Race Fuel, Stafford Motor Speedway, all of these guys, King Ward Coach Lines, Whip Sporting Goods, everyone made this possible this year. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. Thanks for the fans for coming out. We'll see you guys in 2018.
All right, that's our 3rd place finisher, Alexandra Fern, having a great run. And in just a moment, we will go and talk with our champion for 2018. Before we go there, let's go back up top to Ben and Matt.
Well, joining me here at Broadcast Central is 2 special ladies, but we're going to be talking in just a moment, because right now we're going back to Victory Lane.
Okay, Dwayne Provost, 2 in a row in that potent number 88. Not an easy task here in the limited late models. And your champion is now getting out of the car. Dwayne Provost, driver of that number 88 Chevrolet. Your limited late model track champion for 2017. And it's been a great year for Dwayne. He has been in the top 3 just about every week. You did not get a podium run tonight, but hey, you are the champ, man. Congratulations to Dwayne. You got to be pretty psyched.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
You know, this year I got our first two races won in a row, and now I got two championships in a row. So it's a pretty cool accomplishment. Feels a little, pretty good from last year. A little different circumstance. I really worked hard this year and tried to do everything I could to get up here as much as I could, and finally it paid off in the end. And we're celebrating the championship.
Dwayne, I know you're going to be sitting at the big table at the banquet, man. I know you got a lot of people to thank. Who are they?
Yeah, I got to thank my brother Derek first for coming here and helping me every week. And want to thank Coach Marco at Team Lincoln Ludlow. Want to thank Michael Ficini Law Firm in Springfield. And want to thank Joe Cozio, JollyJoeK.com. Also want to thank Donnie at Rad for all the power under the hood, and of course Buzzy for the transmission, Barry Fluckinger for the setups all year and helping me keep this thing on the track and straight. Want to thank, of course, Sunoco, Race Fuels, and Mr. Reuter Plumber for all the contingency support and 32 signs throughout the year. It's great. And all our contingency sponsors, Napa Victory Lane, of course, and everybody that makes this whole thing, together. Of course, your roots, the fans. I can't thank enough for you guys coming out every week and watching us do this. It means a lot to us. Thank you.
All right, a class act right there and a champion here at the Stafford Motor Speedway in your limited late model division, Dwayne Provost.